So what we're doing today, we're going to do a camera inspection on this secondary drain line. Customer is having a lot of issues when they run the washing machine. It's backing up in this floor drain. We've actually been out here a couple different times to jet it, and the last time that he had it jetted, our technician recommended a camera inspection. So that's what we're going to do today, see if we can see what underlying issues are causing this backup. Of course, he's got family coming for a big graduation ceremony, so we want to make sure we get this taken care of before they get here. The original line is cast iron from the 1960s or 70s, so this is going to be a fun little deal. Okay, right away, the line is bellied. Still got water holding right here. We're about 14 feet out. This belly is bad enough that the pipe's over half full of water at all times. The risk that causes is any debris and junk that tries to go through the line. It's restricted on the flow because the belly is just holding it up in the line. Okay, we are still underwater from this point. There's a little bit of a better view of how bad it's holding the water. Essentially the entire line is sagged. Not really a whole lot of chance for stuff to flow very well. My guess is that this line is also undersized. So back in the 60s and 70s, they didn't have washers and dryers that had as large of capacity, and they also didn't drain the water as quickly as they do now. Obviously with newer technology, creates more efficient equipment. So my suspicion that this capacity water that's flowing through this diameter of the pipe, combined with the amount of gunk and debris that's on the inside of the pipe, is going to be part of the reason why this is backing up. And if you add the belly in there, then it's definitely going to be an issue. Right here is where I believe this secondary line drops into a larger line. Pretty hard to see because my camera's got gunk on it. And I'm going to go ahead and push this all the way out. We're going to camera his main line while we're in here, so we can kind of give him an idea if he's got any root issues going on out there. This main line has a belly in it right here. We're at 41 feet. All right, here we are at the city tap. It's going to be located out in the street. To be quite honest, the entire line on the exterior looked in good shape. I didn't see one root. Other than that belly that we were in, that one's going to be under the floor probably before it goes outside. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to pull back. We're going to try to get another look at that secondary line before I completely pull out. So yeah, we just have so much stuff that just sits down there. Because that line essentially has no pitch to it, it's just allowing all the debris and stuff to build up in that line. It makes sense why the customer said that he's had to jet it multiple times. So obviously after jetting it, it does a little bit of good for a little while, and then it ends up just looking like this again. I'm going to end up sticking it back down there so I can do some locating on the line. I'm going to find out exactly where it goes throughout the house, because essentially one of the options that we're going to offer is going to be to jackhammer the concrete and remove the old line and install a new PVC line underground. We're also going to need to upsize it so we can meet code requirements. Anytime you have a kitchen and a washing machine, laundry dumping into the same line, it's going to have to be at least 3 inches in diameter below the ground. All right, well, let's go sit down and go over the video with him. I believe what's happening is the random debris, the gunk, the grease, I know you guys aren't putting stuff down there, but there's still byproduct of, rinsing dishes, stuff that comes off in the dishwasher, things like that. It makes its way down there, and then this belly is causing it to just sit.
So what's the fix?
Jackhammering the floor.
Yeah.
Removing that pipe.
How far out is it?
Well, I'm going to locate it right now.
If that's the case, then we could jet it now and then schedule a time when I'm not going to have all these people obviously here.
Right.
To have.
So when you have a laundry and a kitchen sink tying into the same pipe going in the ground, it has to be upsized to 3 inch. That way it has a large enough diameter to take all that capacity.
Right.
So that will be something that we will need to consider doing when we do that.
Yep. Replace that pipe.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
What kind of bird is he?
He's a black-capped Kaique. Give me a shake.
All right, so the great thing about some of this technology that we have is we are able to locate your lines under your floors in your house as well as on the exterior of your home. The reason we do this is so we can find bad spots, places that might need repaired or replaced. So what we're going to do right now, I have my camera in the line where I want it, at the exact spot that I want it, and I'm going to go try to find it throughout the house. We're going to use sonar, which is what this little device is going to do. The camera's sending a signal through the ground, and this is going to pick up the exact location where it's at within a matter of inches. So I'm gonna be in that wall is where my camera's at right now. Essentially right where that walker's sitting. I'm gonna be pretty close to where I'm at. As you can tell, the sound's getting louder and louder as my wand points. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit and get a good spot out here. Yeah, so you can tell by where this cleanout is located for the main sewer that I'm in the main line where I'm locating. So what I'm going to try to do now is pull it back to where the secondary line terminates into the main line. So the great thing is it also gives me a depth so I know how deep the pipe is, not only where it's at and where it's located, but how deep it is. That gives us precision accuracy when we're coming in. We have to move carpet, tear up concrete. You definitely don't want us guessing where it's at, so you want us to have a good accurate measurement of where we need to be at when we need to do the work. That's essentially, it's running like you would imagine. In your situation, pulling the water heater, rerouting it under the water heater, beside the furnace, beside the water heater, and then installing a new water heater, since you said that you...
Yeah, that thing's old and it needs to be replaced.
Yeah, so that would be the move.
Yeah.
To do it that way. All right, so what we're doing, we cambered the line. We found that it's very packed full of stuff, grease, debris. So what we're going to do now is a secondary drain jet. This is going to send some high pressure water down there to scrape those walls, get it clean, get it flowing for them. They got a big group of company coming tomorrow, big party. So for now, we're going to buy them some time by jetting the line out so they can use their washer, their kitchen sink, and everything like that.